Andrew Tate, the man that couldn't be canceled by the Matrix. Unless you live under a rock, you've probably heard of Andrew Tate. Playboy multimillionaire, was kickboxing world champion 6 times, and he is the face of masculinity. I really do like Andrew Tate, I'm not gonna lie. I would say I agree about 80% of a lot of his rhetoric. I think generally speaking, I do love his points about being a masculine man, doing what's necessary to improve yourself, getting fit, going to the gym, and just being an overall competent man. And seeing that he did develop through the Manosphere Red Pill community, I do feel like he's kind of transcended that community now. Whereas one point he was probably the face of it, similar to like Kevin Samuels. But now I just think Andrew Tate is just a global phenomenon now. He's more of just a huge influential figure than someone who's just trapped in a certain community. And of course in 2022, he was the most searched man on Google, which in itself is a huge accomplishment. I always do love seeing men stand up for what they believe in. I love seeing men stand up against a tyrannical government or against, mainstream destructive talking points. And in a world that I feel like a lot of people are cowards because they're afraid to say the obvious, it was literally a breath of fresh air for someone like Andrew who's boldly saying the obvious. Because it seems like even though people know the truth, so many people are just afraid to speak it. Because we've been conditioned to bow down and accept anything the mainstream media or the mainstream culture tells us to believe. And I'm telling you, as a man, Andrew Tate speaks to me because I love that no-nonsense approach and just tell me how it is. Don't try to sugarcoat things. Like, just tell me I need to get my life together and that I suck and that I'm overweight and I'm fat and I got no money and I need to do what's necessary to get to the top. I think for a lot of men, that is very inspirational. There's some things I don't agree with Andrew Tate, and it kind of extends to the whole Manosphere Red Pill community about men not getting married because the system is rigged. That because you're a high value man that you can go around sleeping with multiple women, even if you have a committed relationship, and a very binary view of gender roles. Even though I do believe there is masculine and feminine roles, I don't think that one or the other can't do or help each other in different areas that is predominantly male or female. Like, I think sometimes a man can cook. I think there's times that a female may need to get a job to help the family. I don't think necessarily everything's black and white, but I think because he's in a position in which he can provide for a family, because he has the resources, I guess he can be more binary in that aspect. But I think for the average person, especially in today's economy, I think both parties need to work together to have a successful family, and that things can't necessarily be one-sided all the time. I do enjoy his brother as well, Tristan Tate, and I think they've done very well for themselves. I think with people like Andrew Tate, you just have to eat the meat and throw out the bones. To me, I can tell when he's being a little bit over dramatic. I can tell when he's trying to be just cheeky. But I guess my advice to Tate is that you kind of have to now speak in a way that won't get as misconstrued as you were before. Because I believe, like he said himself, that he purposely words things a certain way to get a certain response or to trigger people. And I think that helped you in getting popular. But I think now, because you have the spotlight, because you're famous, I think now he has to be more considerate about how he spews his message or how he articulates himself. And Tate is a very smart man. He's not dumb. He's not an idiot. He knows very well what he's doing. But I will admit, sometimes Andrew Tate enters a realm of goofiness sometimes. Like, some of his Twitter takes are a bit like, bro, seriously? Like, men who read books are like stupid? Like, come on, man. And seeing that he converted to Islam recently, I guess reading the Quran would be considered stupid, or myself reading the Bible. I'm a Christian, so me reading the Bible is being stupid or not learning from life. I think there's people who've lived lives before us who had to solve certain problems, and they're giving us insight on how to do it, because you can either learn from experience or learn from instruction. And to be honest, I rather learn from instruction, because experience, sometimes you come out burned and it hurts. Overall, I like Andrew Tate, I like Tristan Tate. I do enjoy their content. Sometimes it's a bit cringy, the way how he gives his message. But overall, I think they've affected people more for the positive than the negative. And I'm looking forward to see what Andrew and his brother Tristan Tate does. Let me know what you guys think of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate in the comment section below. And click here to watch another video.